Welcome. I'm just making a quick upload here showing how I have been soloing Kalli as a Titan player. Last Wish is one of our feature grades this week, so I figured I would try to get an upload out. Build's pretty easy to pull off. You just need a few key pieces. Yeah, I'm saying a lot. If you're wondering why my power is so low, I am a returning player. I quit playing during the Neo Muna expansion. I want to say I got like a season or two into it, and then I just stopped playing. But I came back for Monument of Triumph, so that's why my power is where it's at now. Kind of just, giving the game a proper send off. This was a big game for me for a lot of years. So we're back for however long we're back for, right? Till until the dust settles, I guess. Anyways, we've got some moving parts here that I want to go over. If you've seen the esoteric video, or maybe other people have made videos too, it's probably a very similar strategy to other people. It's just very similar to his video that he made. So I always take inspiration from him. I watched him for forever, and um, emulate a lot of his strategies for soloing things, or at least getting inspiration to make your own strategies to solo things. Anyways, the super important pieces are the Anarchy, at least for Titan, the Anarchy, and then we've got a kinetic shotgun with the All-Star trait. And it says collecting ammo loads this weapon from reserves and enhances its damage and reload speed. What we like is that collecting ammo reloads it from reserves because we have the encrypted data disk. So encrypted data disk has kinetic synthesis right here on one of the level 1, or I guess 1 energy artifact perks. Sustained kinetic weapon damage has a chance to generate a unique ammo brick. And then collecting the brick gives ammo to your equipped kinetic weapon. So it's pairing super well with an all-star traded perfect paradox, right? And then there are other kinetic shotties with this trait that I was able to, I guess, pull off this strategy with. So if you have reckless endangerment, or if you have a blasphemer, both of these, I got both of these as well with the all-star trait, and I was able to pull off the solo with those as well. They just, I don't know, they didn't feel as good as the perfect paradox. For some reason, this rapid fire frame it feels so much easier to use than the other two. And blasphemer, it's a slug, so you gotta like make sure you're really hitting your headshots. And you can kind of be a little less strict with this and be okay. Whereas the blasphemer you have to be super strict with. But the lightweight frame, it felt pretty good too. What else is going on here that we should talk about? Area denial frame, grenade launcher. It has an auto loading holster and it has attrition orbs on it. Auto loading is really self-explanatory. You put it in your pocket and then it reloads itself. You'll hear a noise, like a thunk sound when it reloads, and you're allowed to pull it back out and use it. Attrition orbs, dealing sustained damage, creates a orb of power. And then I don't think critical behavior helps too much. Maybe it's helping a little bit. There's other area denial frames though that roll with attrition orbs, so dealer's choice there, I think. As well, we're trying to print orbs because of our mods here, right? Our weapon surges. So we have 3 kinetic weapon surges. That's gonna be why we have our orbs. We have 3 time dilations. Just to help us, between orb generation, just to keep our surges up. And then I have a 4-piece Dreaming City set. I have Ribbon's Curse mods, so this is pretty easily to access. You just do Dreaming City activities to get these armor pieces. I just went and farmed a Lost Sector a few times, and then weapon focused. I think I did the focus that I did was Gunner. I don't even have Gunner at Powerhouse on this one, so as much weapon stat as you can get. I have 175 here. I think it'd be 165, but I have plus 10 because of my Void subclass, which we'll get into in a second there. I don't think a lot of these mods matter too much. I do have double melee damage resistance because she does like to slam you a lot. I felt that this was really helpful when I was soloing her. So those are the mods. That's the armor. That was some screen tearing. I don't know if that came through there. And then we'll go into the subclass here. So bubble, and we've got bastion and controlled demolition. This just helps a little bit with our damage when we're fighting her. And then for our fragments, we have remnants, harvest, which is defeating weakened targets, creates an orb of power and a void breach. So that's going to be our first orb of power, which I'll show you once we get into the solo. Echo persistence. It just helps our overshield last longer. If we're able to stagger Kalli a lot, we can keep the overshield after bubble is gone. And then undermining for our void grenade to weaken targets. And then I have dilation just for the plus 10 weapon stat. I think it's really nice. And then vortex grenade is our grenade of choice with this build here. Oh, I didn't even go over this. No backup plans. This is super important. So while you have a defensive buff, so our void overshield is our defensive buff. Our shotguns deal additional damage. So do our melees, but that's the important thing, right? The shotguns deal additional damage while we have void overshield. So we've got a lot of like bonus damage and all that stacking really nicely. And then for whatever reason, Kalli takes a lot of extra precision damage. So we're going to be doing our best to get headshots too, as well. But I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else that really matters too much. I mean, protective wish is nice. So, I mean, it's part of the set bonus. It's just an added thing on there. But the 4 Ribbons Curse mods, I think, help a ton with making this comfortable. And so we'll go ahead and get into it here. I don't really know if I need to rally because I was just sitting there talking the whole time. But we will just for the ammo. So here at the beginning, what we'll do is we'll just aggro her. And I like to kind of run across and aggro her as I go. And this is where we're going to be right here. So line up the anarchy, and as soon as that shield goes down, you just tag her. And then you're going to run over here, and then there should be a plate open, right? You send the plate. When that thrall spawns, you can move. So we'll go here, and we'll throw down the anarchy, and then we'll throw a grenade, bubble, and then get our like our damage rotation going here. And then you want to kind of listen or watch, right? So it's like we got to keep reapplying anarchy because we need that constant tick damage on her. And you'll hear when anarchy kind of expires because you'll hear that little explosion because the anarchy bolts kind of pop. So you kind of listen for that pop, and then you just want to reapply anarchy and you get that pop. So it's like every 10, I did not need to reload there. That's a little scuff, that's okay though. You can make mistakes, right? So you listen for that pop. So there's the pop, right? Line up the shot. And I'm gonna do a little bastion barricade there. And then I'm trying to keep shooting Kalli here. So we're good on armor charge. So I don't need to switch to my grenade launcher anymore. And we'll just keep shooting her in the head with our kinetic weapon here. We'll get her right there. So we have some time. That's her whole health bar. And she won't die there. We have to wait for her to teleport. But that's pretty much it. Like, she's dead. So even if you don't get her, all the way down here, we get her really, really low. And you have a lot of time still, even after all that, to sit here and fight her. Right? Because then she goes into, like, her, like this, right? Her little wipe animation. You can still sit here, you can still be shooting her. So, I mean, lots of time. It's a very, very comfortable solo. As long as you get the rotation down, right? So it's the 2 anarchies, and then, shoot your GL. If you need to reload it, and then get your orbs. Make sure you keep on top of your orbs and on top of your anarchies. I want to say they're 10 seconds when they're activated. So you can count to 10, or you can kind of listen, or just look, right? It's kind of hard to look, though, because she's throwing you around so much. Man, I don't know. What else? I mean, that's pretty much it. No swaps, nothing like that. It's very, very simple, very straightforward. Yeah. And then, you know, when you kill her, you can quit out and, you know, save the checkpoint. It's kind of just up to you. But yeah, I will be doing this for the next little bit just to get my patterns. I don't know, until I get bored, and then maybe I'll go do something else, but kind of just playing a little bit before work today. So yeah, go out there and farm your raid boss, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching.